Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to Bayloric Worldwide Television. We have a boxing feature again, and it's the news that's been breaking about Tyson Fury making his comeback in May 13th, 2017. I saw the tweets. I saw people getting excited about it. Oh, Tyson's coming back. The King's coming to the back top of the world. Blah, 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 blah. People almost, pardon my French, ejaculating the fact that Tyson sent out a tweet saying that he's making a comeback and Frank Warren's trying to get him back in May. Listen, me personally, I said this to you all before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep on saying it. You see, we have to go back in time for us to understand a few things. When Tyson, before Tyson became world heavyweight champion, people out there were saying he's a bum, he's too slow, he's fat, he's uncoordinated. Okay. He defies the odds. He beats Klitschko, who was at the time the best heavyweight on the planet. Oh, he was going to do Tyson in a round. You know the story. Some were saying Klitschko's one of the best heavyweights ever. There are people out there. You go back and check the tape. People were saying it. Tyson defeats Klitschko. No sooner does he defeat Klitschko, the IBF title is ripped from Tyson Fury. And then we have a catalogue of situations with Tyson not turning up and the injury to his foot and the Klitschko fight not happening. And then subsequently the cocaine or whatever it was, the mental health. Then Tyson disappears. He's told to kind of chill out. His license has been suspended. There was the UCAD hearing, which we still don't know what's going on with that. Up to this day, does anybody know why Tyson was really suspended? Was it because of drugs or was it something else? And then now, you know, we see photographs of Tyson at a kebab shop looking almost 300 pounds. But yet, in the contrary, we also heard stories of Tyson being back in training. But that picture doesn't show us that. And we have now Tyson making this statement that he is making a comeback. Well, Tyson may have said that. Of course, when he says something like that, the boxing world lights up. Well, some of us, because they acknowledge that Tyson is a highly skilled heavyweight and there is something missing in the heavyweight division. It's quite hypocritical. A lot of the people that are calling out for Tyson now to come back are the same people that were slaggering off and abusing him when he was on his way down. So am I excited that there's news of Tyson coming back? No, not particularly, because I'm a realist. I'm aware that he has been suspended. His license was revoked. I'm aware that the IBF stripped him. I'm also aware now that the Irish Boxing Board of Control are not going to sanction him a license either. So, with that being said, unless Tyson decides to get out some bogus license or gets a license from maybe a Scandinavian, or I don't know, like how Chisora and Hay did that thing, unless that's going to happen, he's going to be fighting against the board. There's going to be some issues. And on top of that, like I said in my video at the beginning of this year, I believe, I said that when Tyson comes back, he's not going to be given a red carpet. You all forget, not you all, a lot of you forget, this is the same Tyson Fury that didn't even get any sort of acknowledgement from the Queen. Carl Frampton got an MBE. Anthony Joshua got an MBE. Tyson Fury beats the reigning heavyweight champion for so many years, goes to Germany, defeats him, and doesn't get it. He doesn't get any MBE. Peter Fury, his trainer, ends up training the world heavyweight champion, has his son who's like unbeaten in the pro ranks as well, yet gets no acknowledgement. But yet somehow, in some way, you all think Tyson's going to come back, this red carpet's going to be spread out for him, and he's just going to walk back into a world heavyweight title fight. And there are people talking nonsense like, oh, well, Tyson can come back and fight Deontay Wilder. Really? When Wilder's got a mandatory against Stiverne, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not, Mauricio Sulaiman has made the mandatory for Stiverne to fight Wilder. I don't see Sullivan backing out on that now because Wilder he hasn't had one mandatory yet. He hasn't faced one mandatory yet. Whether you like it or not, Stavern is that mandatory now. So I don't see how Tyson just and who's going to just allow that to happen? He's going to have to get for the British Boxing Board of Control, you know, to get his license back. And you've got to also ask yourself the question in terms of Tyson Fury. Are they going to make it easy for him to come back into world boxing? I don't think so. I said this before, and I'll say it again, that he's not going to have a red carpet. People know what he can do now. You think he's going to get red carpet coming back? No. But there are fans that somehow think he's just going to say, "I'm coming back I'm coming back in May, and I'm just going to walk back." You don't know. We don't know what the results of the UCAD do. The results of the UCAD could turn around and Tyson be suspended from boxing for the next 2 to 3 years. Nobody knows. And I don't think that tweet that he sent out today regarding the British Boxing Board of Control, he wants to go down the Irish route, that's not going to help his case either, saying that the British Boxing Board of Control only want to get money out of him. That's not going to help his case. It's okay being outspoken, but when you're outspoken and then you're going to have to go back to the same people that revoked your license, so you need to get your license, not very clever. But what am I going to say? Who might say anything? But I'm just trying not to go by fairy tales and go by live a world of just, oh, he's just going to come back and he's just going to walk in and have a world title shot. There are a lot of questions people have to ask. You ask yourself, what sort of a mental framework has Tyson got? Does he even want to be in boxing anymore? When he's been out, he was getting abused when he was world heavyweight champion. He kept saying he wanted to quit. He wanted to quit. He wanted to go to Caravan. Now he's quitting. He's been away from the scene. What's the desire for Tyson to get back up the mountain again? What's the desire for him to lose all that weight and to go and win the titles again? What's the desire for that? He's done it. He's become champion of the world. He beat the best guy around, which was Klitschko. So who's the best guy around now? He hasn't changed. Is Anthony Joshua the best guy? If Klitschko turns around and beats Joshua again, what does Fury have to do? Go back and fight Klitschko again? Is Klitschko going to let that happen again? Come on, man. I just don't see that way. But hey, it could be different. And the other thing is, you've got. I'm not trying to bring any sort of, there's a lot of. As far as I'm concerned, the way I look at things are that you don't know what's gone on behind the scenes. For Tyson to get his belts, I know he gave up his belts, but you don't know what's led to that point. Unless you're on the inside, you don't know what's led to that point. You don't know who's with who, and you don't know who's siding with who. If one person's siding with a particular promoter, you just don't know. You don't know. So all this stuff about him going to fight Wilder, that's no go. It's not happening. And why did Tyson get suspended? Oh, well, it's because of the cocaine. Was it? Is it? Really? Okay, fair enough. Has he quit if it's a cocaine? Has he stopped it? If he's been suspended for that reason, has he stopped it? Is he going to do drug tests? Is he going to allow the drug tests to happen? I'm not saying he has or he hasn't, but these are so many things we have to get through. He has to get his license back first. And when Tyson says, "I've got my license back," that's the first step. I've got my license back, or I've passed UCAD. His cousin Huey has got the UCAD thing over his head as well. So we can talk all we want about Wilder and his opponents. He's got his license and he's boxing. So the way I'm looking at it is, I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, but this, like I said before, and there's no guarantee that we don't know what Tyson's doing outside the ring. A guy who blows himself up to 300 pounds, and he's not exactly Mr. Discipline. But then Peter says, well, when he's in dead camp, they train hard in camp. When they're out the camp, they need to enjoy themselves. Has he enjoyed himself a bit too much? When you sense that, does he really want to get back in the ring and work hard? Nobody knows that. Only Tyson himself knows that. Okay, here we go. Marky B here. Let me get my audience in the room as well. Let me get my audience. Hold on. There's my audience. Where are you? Starting my show without an audience. It's not good. Greetings to everybody that's in this room. Let us talk. Marky B says, Tyson Fury is still banned, Ingram. Listen, I did a video about this beginning of the year or late last year about Tyson Fury's comeback and how I didn't feel it was an easy road for him. So I'm not surprised. It's all over Twitter and Sky Sports. There's no chance of getting his license back. I know. You can get one from Ireland. Well, you can't get one from Ireland because the Irish Boxing Board have said if the British Boxing Board of Control have banned him, then the Irish Board of Control has said, well, we stand by that. Hay and Chisora got theirs from Luxembourg when they were banned. Yeah, it could go to Luxembourg. Who needs a British license? Hay and Chisora didn't get when they fought. No, they said they respect the British Boxing Board of Control decision. Do your research. They also said Fury has other medical issues. There we go. That's the other thing. He has other medical issues. So, return of the Mac. And the hearing is taking banned substances still ongoing. No chance of Fury coming back anytime soon. The British Boxing Board of Control even spoke to Fury or his team since last year. Somebody says Tyson's the best heavyweight in the planet. Well, that's neither here nor there at the moment. Like I said, Tyson will come back and rule the world again. Well, we'll see. He doesn't need a British Boxing Board license. Okay. Even if he gets found guilty of the anti-doping thing, the ban will be retrospective, and so he will be cleared to fight in a few months anyway. Yeah, just get a foreign license. Screw the Irish and English do-gooders. Everybody's excited for nothing. Well, that's it. I'm not excited, to be honest. Fury has other medical issues, it is said. Yeah, well, like I said to you before, like I said earlier, people are talking about Fury coming back. This is not the Fury that fought Klitschko. This is post Klitschko, and everything else. Is it depression? Is it? You just don't know. You don't know. But Tyson has got erratic behavior, as you've seen from situations that have happened, and that's not just that can be caused by the way people have treated him. That can be caused because of abuse. That can be caused by some of the things he said. It could be a number of issues as to why he's acted the way that he has. But I just think that it's not an easy road for him. He's not getting a BUI license, so forget that. Get a North Korean license. I don't trust the British Boxing Board of Control. British Boxing Board of Control get paid backhanders. Exactly. No one will want to fight him anyway. Not while the banned substance is still not resolved. All the whilst opponents are useless. This is Neo Funk. Fury would be better off fighting in America. I said this before. Not happen, guys. Not until at least next year. Wilder should get stripped anyway. Rubbish boxing, his treatment of Brazil and his family is bringing boxing to disrepute. Okay. Needs Fury back in heavyweight division. Scene is dull without him. Fury ain't coming back anytime soon. Even Fury can't fight. Wilder can't box at elite level. He's just a puncher. Well, I'm not here to discuss about Deontay Wilder. So anybody talking about Deontay Wilder, I'm going to skip it because this is not about Deontay Wilder. This is about Tyson Fury. So I'm not reading anything about Deontay Wilder. Like I said before, confirmed on this channel, Stavern is the next mandatory challenger for Deontay Wilder. End of conversation. I don't want to hear about Deontay Wilder. You just can't come back when you want. Don't work like that. He's got other issues. This is what I've been saying. Ingram talking sense here. He ain't fighting this year. Even if he could fight in May, he's so overweight. It was really even if he was up for it, he would want a proper camp. I agree. So how is Fury face of Parker? He's in exactly the same boat as Tyson. Exactly. British Boxing Board of Control, complete joke messing around. Give him a ban or leave it be. That's the only chance. The king is back. Can't wait. Oh dear. WBO did say they'd give him a shot when he comes back. Yes. The only thing I think here is when Tyson vacated his belts, if there was a contract put in place that said, look, if I vacate my belts, then you Gossi insert me as #1 contender, then fine. But I don't see Tyson coming back and going straight into a world title fight. And if he did, then he's taking a chance. I think the warm-up, would be the smart thing to do. Get a warm up, and then go and see how you are, and get yourself a fight. So there you go. Where these coming from? Fury's not coming back. Leon Jones, this is exactly the point I'm saying earlier on. We don't know if he will even reach the heights over the Wilder, the Vlad win. Even he could turn up and be washed up physically and mentally because of this. I've said this before. He fought Joey Herbert at 19 and 19 and a half stone. If he's around 20 stone, he's not too far away from that shape. Too many questions need to be answered. I've said it, and I'll keep on saying it. Keep on saying it. A lot of these people who are jumping on the Tyson bandwagon are these same people that were slagging Tyson off. A lot of them, and going behind his back and stabbing him in the back. A lot of the people are doing it. So when I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, Tyson's back," why is there fanfare? Why is there fanfare for Tyson coming back? It's hypocritical. Because when the man was champion, people wanted to get rid of it. There were more people slating the guy than there were guys saying he's a great champion. Now he's gone. It's like, oh, bring Tyson back. I'm just, for me, the whole thing is just like, if he comes back, so what? I'm not excited because there's too many questions. So, Ingram, would you like to see Tyson back? Not if it's going to ruin his legacy. I don't want to see him anywhere near a ring if he's got issues. If he's got any sort of mental issues, I don't want him near a ring. I don't want to see him go out there now and embarrass himself as a fighter. I don't want him to go out there and damage a legacy that he may have. He was the guy that beat Vladimir Klitschko. You don't want him going there and getting knocked up by Joey whatsoever because he wasn't in the right shape or mind. I know Tyson's mentally strong, but he spent some time out of his family. He may be thinking to himself, you know what? I don't need this game no more. And a lot of times, I think Tyson he seemed fed up. He said himself he didn't like all the press and all. You can't have it both ways. You can't be at one point saying to the media and to people, I don't like boxing. I don't be part of boxing. I want to retire early. I just want to be in a caravan and be left alone. And then in the next minute, the Express say something different. It's just too contradictory. I understand Tyson hasn't been treated great. That is something I understand. But I'm not one of these people that are going to sit here and just kiss ass for kissing ass sake. Good fighter, won the belt, proved a lot of people wrong by beating Klitschko. The rematch never happened. Had he beaten Klitschko in the rematch convincingly or knocked Klitschko out, we would have known a lot more about Tyson Fury. We would have known a lot more about Vladimir Klitschko. Now the question unanswered. Would he beat Vlad in the rematch? You would think he would do, but so just too many questions. Yes, I'd like to see Tyson come back, but I'm not like excited like everyone else is because I just don't see it happening the way that everyone has these rose-tinted glasses looking at, oh, Tyson's going to come back and, you know, they're going to open the doors to him with open arms and they're going to let him fight for the world title again. No. You know, if they now say Tyson was caught with PEDs and they decide to ban him and they ban him for what, 2 years, what happens then? I don't like the whole situation. I can't see why people are excited. Soon as he's seen his post, people look furious dreaming. UCAD and British Boxing World Control equals not happening. The end. That's it. Clear this up and have a chat with Peter Fury. He'll put it straight. Could do. To be fair, Team Fury are a set of top blaggers. The heavyweight division is the poorest weight class. It is. Ingram, you need to get hold of Peter. We need interviews. Possibly. Tyson's seen his bank balance drop dramatically while he's been out and wants to build it back up. To be fair, you don't need to be a prime Ali to rule this heavyweight division. It's shit. That's true. A lot of heavyweights are bum boxers. If they couldn't throw a punch, they'd be useless. Why is everyone throwing a party over nothing? This is my point. I'm not excited about it. But, you know, people want to hear and discuss fantasy matches. Poor guy is out and we don't know when he'll be back. So, sorry, I'm not going to sit here and speak about. I expect your opinions as you are shooting straight and not being biased towards Fury. I'm not. And I should be, but I'm not. I'm just seeing it as it is. There's too many unanswered questions. And I'm even saying that. So, sorry. What legacy has Fury got? His legacy would be he beat Vladimir Klitschko, who was the reigning champion for what, 10 years? He was the man to beat the man. That's good. That's the start of a legacy. And if he were to, he was the guy who was unified champion. I think that's a good start of a legacy. Some people can't even become world champion. Bet it doesn't. I bet it doesn't, because they're all hypocrites. They are. Bunch of hypocrites. Fury's trolling, nothing more. He can't come back even if he tried. Would you like to see a PC Tyson Fury come back all the same to old Tyson? Politically correct Tyson Fury. A politically correct Tyson Fury. You're not going to get a politically correct Tyson Fury. You're just not. Even if you tried, he couldn't be. He's just an honest guy. Speaks straight shooter. That's what Tyson is. If you have Tyson Fury being politically correct, then you don't have Tyson Fury. You can have Anthony Joshua. The Furies are keeping low and have been for a while. There you go. Fury's keeping himself in the spotlight because of the attention. Bellew, Hay, and Vlad coming up. Sounds like he's got itchy knuckles to return, but he can't. So this is an attention grab. Possibly. We'll like to see him back again, but the fact he can't. Tyson will always be unstable in weight and mind. He will just be back. He's just the drama. This is just the drama that goes with Tyson Fury. Your best Fury was the day after Fury won, telling them to drop all the belts, bar the Ring Magazine belt. I said it, and I said it. Drop the belts. They're like a poison chalice. Drop the belts and begin your own legacy as Ring Magazine champion. If you'd done that and he dropped the belts, he would not have. He might have been able to skip out that thing of Klitschko. What's happened? He didn't fight Klitschko and gave the belts up. So all those idiots that were laughing at me at the time, Ingram, you're talking crap. It shouldn't happen. I want to see. Doesn't have to be Tyson Fury. I want to see a world heavyweight champion who will just say, and not say, I'm Ali, and then do everything ordinary. I want to see a world heavyweight champion that drops the belts, keeps the Ring Magazine, and starts a legacy of their own and says, you know what? To hell with sanctioning bodies. I'm the man. I'm the champion, and I'm going to beat everybody around. The Ring Magazine champion. I want to see a champion like that who vacates or gets rid of all the belts and has that Ring Magazine belt and goes around. That's what I want to see as a real champion. I'm not trying to say, oh, well, I'm like Ali, on today's Ali. But then when it comes down to doing the things Ali would have probably done, don't do it. This is Ali who had the Olympic gold medal, remember, and threw it in the lake. This is the Muhammad Ali, remember, who turned around and refused to go to Vietnam and stood up to the government, got thrown behind bars for it. This is the Muhammad Ali. So I don't want to hear the comparisons between Tyson and Muhammad Ali. I don't want to hear, because they're crucial points in time that things could be done. Had he dropped all those belts and he kept the Ring Magazine belt, and he didn't make that I know he could have had the rematch against Klitschko, but he could have got out that Klitschko rematch. Then Klitschko and Joshua could have. We don't know where all this could have ended up. We really don't know, because everyone was on the scene. Every promoter and manager was on the scene to get their bit. You know, the IBF, the WBA, Eddie Hearn was on it with the super champion WBA title. That's on the line against Klitschko with Joshua. There's two belts there. You had the WBO with Parker, which is around the corner there, that took the fight there. You know, so I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I've just been a straight shooter, people. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm tired of it, to be honest. I really am tired. Let's see. The best thing you did was the day after Fury won, telling them to drop the belts. Yep, bar the Ring Magazine belt. More chance of seeing Mike Tyson fight Tony Billy. I bet the casuals believe that as well. Yeah, well, and don't believe everything you read in the newspapers. Like I said, don't. Just don't. Oh, there's more. There's no person born from his mother that beats a fully motivated Fury. Well, that's what you'd say. Ironic how he did the video telling Fury to only keep the Ring Magazine, and 18 months later, that is the case. LOL, Ingram, good call. Well, I could see I could see the moment they stripped him of the IBF title, was that a month? He paid his sanctioning fees for the IBF. The minute they stripped him of the IBF, I said, hey, yo, there's some BS is going to start happening here. And it happened. Because let me tell you something now. They weren't expecting Tyson to beat Klitschko. No, wasn't meant to happen. That wasn't part of the script. Trust me, wasn't. What's your opinion on my previous post? Tyson and Peter said all of the current champions are paper champions because they didn't win the belts from Tyson. With this stand, should Huey beat Parker? Interesting post there, Daniel Brunel. I think, well, that's not accurate, completely accurate. The WBC title belongs to Wilder. Wilder beat Stavern. Stavern won a vacant title off of Vitaly Klitschko. So there's that argument solved. And the WBA, Tyson never held the regular WBA title. He held the Super Championship. So you've got the WBA and you've got the WBC. So those are two titles Tyson didn't hold. Tyson held the unified titles, which is the Super Champion WBA title, what other belt did he have? The IBO and the WBO. So there's my answers to that. Should Huey beat Parker, which I've said on a number of occasions? I'd love to see Huey do it. I'm not sure if he can do it in New Zealand. And he's got this UCAD hearing. It's just so much. There's so many dark clouds over that Fury camp at the moment because of the UCAD and everything else that's going on. You just don't know what's what, do you? You just don't know. And I don't mean that in a sense. Let me clear that up. I don't mean that in the sense that they may have done something wrong. There's just a dark cloud over that camp. There really has. And it's been ever since, won the championship of the world. It's been a dark cloud over there. And they haven't been able to shift it. They really haven't. The Furies are no mugs when it comes to publicity. Just look how many of Tyson's 25, 26 fights have been on television. Probably all of them. Get rid of Parker versus Huey too. That's not happening either. I don't see it happening. But let's see. Damien, Peter Fury believe Andy Ruiz won. So I guess they know it's just the title. How are you Ring Magazine champions with no other belts though? Don't think you can do that. Tyson still has the Ring Magazine belt. So yes, he could do that. And yes, he can do that. You become Ring Magazine champion by unified or defend your belts numerous times. I think the ring belt would have got stripped of the others, dropped. No. Tyson still got the Ring Magazine belt. You can be ring champion as long as you fight somebody else in the top 10 of their rankings. I believe he still has the Ring Magazine belt. Oh, the IBL belt as well is what Tyson had. Oh, has he got? I don't know. Yes, you can. Kawasaki beat Hopkins for the 175 belt on its own. Thank you. Manager game? Yes. Tonight I will. As soon as this Fury thing blows over, I've already set it up. I'm looking forward to tonight's manager game. You have to fight a top 5 fighter in 2 years or you get stripped. I think that's what Adonis Stevenson lost his title. Okay. And the EBU plastic belt. Fair enough. I hope he does keep and defend it. He will still be the linear champion until he retires, though they can't take that away from him. Talk about who Fury may fight in the comeback fight. I don't know. Depends on how long out Tyson is, because I don't think he's coming back. I don't see him coming back in May. But does he come back in 2017? Yeah, it's almost getting Tyson Fury coming back is like you remember when Prince Nazim said he was coming back and he never came back. Lennox Lewis talks about coming back and he never came back. It could be one of those. Tyson may not come back, so I don't know. If Tyson were to come back, don't know. Don't know. I don't see anyone of a great challenge. Tyson held IBF, Parker WBA, Super, and IBF. No, Parker's got the WBO. The division has to move on, though. At the moment, the winner of AJ has to be the man of the division. Klitschko is the man of the division, as far as I'm concerned. Vladimir Klitschko is #1 in the division. Nobody else in the division has got the resume that Vladimir has got. Nobody else in the division has beaten the fighters that Vladimir has fought. So as far as I'm concerned, Vladimir is numero uno in the division. Okay? That's it. And if Vladimir beats Joshua, which I feel he's got a good chance of doing, if Vladimir were to beat Joshua, then, you know, so I don't know. The IBO belt is 0. The line for Joshua Klitschko, I don't know. IBO, WBA, and IBF. Usmanov comeback fight, great for Usmanov. He's a big guy. Tyson may get banned for 2 years after all this, so no point in talking about comeback fights. Retrospective ban will take place anyway. It will be retrospective ban, so even if he gets 2 years, it will be served this year. Wow. If the ban is served this year, now I heard reports Tyson's back in training. He's back in training, and then we see a photograph of him in the kebab store. Tyson Fury is his own man, and that's it. He's his own man. I'm looking forward to the Football Manager game tonight myself. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the guy that says sorry. I'm not in the Tyson Fury. I'm just listen. He has to go for a process. Was the photos recent? I believe it was. I believe it was. So who knows? But in any case, whether it was recent or it wasn't recent, he's still, yeah, I think it was recent because the person took the photograph, I think it was last week, and they actually tweeted out, look, this is what I took with Tyson. Tyson came into my kebab shop, which wasn't good. When I saw that photograph, I was like, I forget this. I'm not even, do you know what? I just have no interest. If I'm really honest with you, some people say Huey and Tyson have been serving silent bans for the last year. No, if they were banned, the British Boxing Board of Control would have said something about it for sure. For sure. They would have said something. They would let you know because that's the way of stamping authority. Yeah, we banned them. So Fury versus Usmanov, May 13th on a dodgy Russian license. Forget the coke issues. My hunch, the UCAD issue for some weight stripper. Clenbuterol, same as Brown. Interesting. Very interesting. So I don't know. I just get the feeling we're not getting the full story, and I also understand that, you know, if Peter's been, you know, he's had to be careful what he said because he's been taking legal advice. So legal boxing is rife with peds. They're all in it. Yeah, well, if it comes out as well in this UCAD hearing that Tyson's got PEDs as well, then, you know, the next thing will come out is, oh well, Tyson didn't legitimately beat Vladimir Klitschko, and the whole thing's a mess. The whole thing's an absolute mess, and it's been going on. It's been going on in 2015. It's a big conspiracy. Nandro, not Clen. Okay, Lance Armstrong took 700 tests, never once failed one. If you want to be really honest, I don't care. I just don't, because there's just so many questions need answering, and I'm just fed up. I just want to see a heavyweight champion that can keep himself in shape, that is dedicated, that actually is the goods and is the business, and just fights regularly, often, and beats other guys and wants to unify the division. And if it's controversy, let it be controversy. That's, you know, if it's a table being thrown, fine, but that's it. Blown up to 300 pounds, blah 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 blah. I'm just not interested. Sorry, I'm sorry. Look at the greats in heavyweight boxing, Ali and Joe Louis, and my personal opinion. It's my personal opinion. I'm just not interested in boxing fans. I will obviously watch. I will watch. I do like Tyson, but I just am tired and weary of it all. And I'm not one of these people who be running to put a microphone. Oh, Mike Tyson is, no, just not interested. Good luck to him, and I hope that he gets his license back. I hope that the tests go well. I hope that they are clear. I hope that, you know, he's well and healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually, because it obviously a fit Tyson Fury, A well Tyson Fury, an all guns blazing Tyson Fury is definitely a plus for the heavyweight division. It badly needs a fighter to come along and do something. It really does. One with personality, that will give the division a lift. You know, that's where I'm at with it. So yeah, Lakvinder Singh 1-0 Arsenal. Oh, good for them. My Arsenal team are probably in a better position than the Arsenal team that are playing tonight. He could lose all the weight by May, easy. Ask Joshua how to master drugs he takes. Forget Arsenal, they're out. Regularly as Dave Allen. British Boxing World Control has just come out and said Hughie's not facing any action, but Tyson is. He can lose what he wants. You can't come back from when British Boxing World Control have rules and you cut and have other medical issues. For me, Belly has a better legacy than Roy Jones now. He's moved up to 175 and beat a better heavyweight than Jones did, and Jones never won the cruiserweight title. LOL. 2 years. I don't really think it's Peds. He has to lose serious weight before camps. Anyway, I'm sure it will all be revealed. Hope he comes back. Joshua versus Fury beginning next year. I sincerely hope not. If you're mates with drug agencies and boxing boards, they will turn blind eye to failed drug tests. Fact. If you're mates, but are you mates? VADA confirmed Joshua is their drug testing pool now. What? I just got here. Have I missed the bit where you slag, purn, and match them yet? Do you know what? I'm going to do it because I can. Arthur Daly, which I know is not your name. And to your comment. And moving on. Imagine paying £50 to see Belly versus Wilder. I think Belly ended up retiring, to be honest. I think he'd retire. If I were him, I'd retire. Keep your legacy intact. Go retire now. So that's my thoughts on the whole Tyson Fury scenario. It's hard. 95% of people, these chats don't use their real names. Arthur Daly. Why don't you want to see Fury Joshua? Because you're assuming that Joshua's going to beat Klitschko. And if Joshua don't beat Klitschko, then, you know, you might be the first one to come in and say Joshua didn't have a good chin, or he's not a good boxer, he was a fraud, he was a hype job. So I really don't want to talk about Joshua against anybody else. He's got Klitschko, and we've got to see that fight happen first. So that's my thoughts on that one. I grow tired of speculative talk. Because they're both Brits. What? I don't know. Because they're both Brits, I don't want to see the fight. Got nothing to do with them being both. I did some real, you know, people do talk some shit. Honestly, you do chat absolute shit. When Vlad beats AJ, it's like 1999 party. If Vlad destroys Joshua, would he still generate enough to be a pay-per-view star? Don't know. That's not my issue. That's for Eddie Hearn to work out and Matchroom. I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, let's just see how it happens. Klitschko Fury is Klitschko Joshua is the next big fight in the heavyweight division for us to look forward to. Let's see how that fight goes. Let's see what Vlad's got left. Let's see what Joshua's got to offer the division. But for me, like I said, why do I want to see Joshua versus Fury when we don't even know what Fury we're getting? So I just don't understand it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. Let's just see. Lennox Lewis was KO'd, but he was a pay-per-view star after. Yeah, he was a pay-per-view star afterwards. It wasn't because of Lennox being a great fighter. He was a pay-per-view star because of the fighters he fought with him. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. You know, those were big fights because they were big names. So I hope Vladimir actually lets his hands go against Joshua. And if he does, and it's a shootout, so I don't know. He will, because Joshua is a stationary target. Vlad loves them. Yeah, that's my point. So, you know, Joshua might come in and surprise us all, and he may do. I don't think so, but if he does, he does, and it's great. And if he does, it's a relief to the heavyweight division, because in a sense it's great because we're moving forward with a guy that's proven a lot more. But I will say this much. I will say this much. If Tyson Fury beat a washed up Klitschko, then I guess Josh was fighting an even more washed up Klitschko. So it's how you look at it. I didn't think Vladimir beat Fury beat washed up Klitschko. I thought Fury beat a good Klitschko, and I think he messed him up because he was taller, longer arms, better upper body movement, and good footwork. That's why I thought Fury beat Klitschko. No fighter is a pay-per-view star only if the opponent is worthy of a fight as pay-per-view. I agree. Vlad left hook destruction. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. Yeah. Right. I think I've said my point. I've said my piece. Why make a Fury Joshua fight now? They could set up an even bigger fight in the future. Agreed. Casual say Vlad was washed up when he beat Fury, beat him, but now they act like he's a monster again. LOL. Well, I suspect, I've said it before, I said it about the Leo Santa Cruz fight, and I said that if Leo Santa Cruz is got his head right for this rematch, he beats Frampton. And people didn't listen to me, but I said Leo Santa Cruz would beat Frampton. He did. And I also said Hay would beat Bellew. So what do I know? But I do believe if Vladimir Klitschko's mind was off the job, which I believe it was because he was caught up with other things, then Joshua might be the man to pay for it. Who knows? Who knows? I'm out of here. We have some gaming to go do now. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe and leave your comments. When I do boxing shows or when I do boxing live shows, don't expect me to sit here and just lie. I won't. I'll just be honest. England, quick question. Yes, Leon. Go ahead. Bye, Daly. See you later. Go ahead, Leon. Go ahead. I'm about to flick over to the. Be happy. I'm very happy, my friend. I'm very happy. I'm happy that I can use my name in full. You can't. Why did Bashir take over as Vlad's trainer as after Stewart? He was the trainer for a brief time, a couple of days, and then Vlad changed his mind and gave Jonathan Banks the role. So there's your answer. There's your answer there. Yeah, so that's the inside information. Bashir brought Banks in as a youngster to spar with Vladimir, and look what happened. The sparring partner ends up being his trainer. So that's the story there. Right, time to go. Mr. Jones, I shall see you over, hopefully, on my gaming side of things in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'll load up my Football Manager and we're going to get started. We're in the transfer window and I'm excited. I think we're going to do some big things. Can't wait to see Hughie Parker fight. I can wait. I'm not excited about that fight either. I'm really not. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I would like Hughie to have had a couple of fights to show what he is like now without the illness. Because before we were told Hughie's recovered from the illness, and then we found he was ill again. So I want to see Hughie outside of sparring, in a good fight, winning, looking spectacular, and then go for Joseph Parker. What's the rush? I've said it before. I'll say it again. If he goes to New Zealand and he gets close on the points, then they're going to give it to Parker. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. I'm not Totally excited about that fight. So Parker, don't mess around. He's fought better opposition to Hugh Fury at the moment. Takam, Andy Ruiz. So he's fought better opposition. So that's my thoughts. Right, let me get out of here. I'm going to play some Football Manager. Thank you all for watching the show. Appreciate it. Take care.